The movie Brick starts off with a simple nightmare scenario. Tim and Olivia wake up one morning and their apartment is completely sealed in by a high-tech wall of bricks. No windows, no doors, just a smooth, unbreakable surface all around them. And it's as claustrophobic and freaky as it sounds. But what starts as a freak accident slowly unravels into something much bigger, much darker, and way more dangerous. At first, it seems like maybe this was a glitch in some futuristic defense system. One of their neighbors, Yuri, is already in tinfoil hat mode, talking about deep state conspiracies and chemical warfare. He swears the wall is a government shield protecting them from whatever apocalyptic mess is going down outside. Meanwhile, Anton, a former Epsilon programmer and probably the only guy with actual answers, thinks it's not that deep. He's convinced it was a tech malfunction, especially after a mysterious fire breaks out at the Harbor District, where Epsilon Nano Defense is based. He starts working on a way out and he actually cracks it. But Yuri, in full conspiracy mode, kills him before he can escape. That's when things shift from creepy to full-blown horror. Once Tim discovers what Anton was working on, he realizes the wall is basically a smart defense system that operates using some freaky optical code, like flashing light patterns that tell it what to do. And if you mess up the sequence, it doesn't just deny access, it turns into a black hole-looking vortex that eats people. The landlord tries it and gets sucked in with unpleasant results. Tim manages to rebuild Anton's app, but by now, most of the building's residents are dead. Every escape attempt has gone south, and the wall is more like a death trap than a security system. Eventually, it's just Tim and Olivia left. They crack the final optical code and make it to the basement, where there is an old bomb shelter and a tunnel that might lead out. But of course, Yuri's not done. The guy comes back, still fully convinced everyone else is the threat, not the wall. He tries to stop them again, and Tim tells Olivia to go on without him, but Olivia's not about to let him die. She takes Yuri out with a sledgehammer. Together, they make it out through the shelter tunnel and into the subway system. When Tim and Olivia finally reach the surface, expecting maybe some ruined city or chaos, they get something way weirder. Every building is wrapped in the same nanotech wall, not just theirs, all of them. This wasn't some isolated bug, the whole city got bricked in. A radio broadcast confirms it. Epsilon's tech went off the rails after the fire, and now entire areas have been sealed. The government urges people to stay calm, which is the most useless thing you can hear after surviving a near-death escape from a killer wall. The big reveal isn't that there was some monster or nuclear war outside. It's worse, it's that humanity puts its faith in an advanced system, and that system glitched and turned against them. A defense network that was supposed to protect people ended up trapping them, and no one could stop it once it started. Yuri was wrong about the threat, but right about one thing. They were sealed off for protection. It just wasn't from some enemy, it was from a tech failure the world couldn't control. The last scene shows Tim and Olivia in a camper van driving off into the unknown. They don't know what's out there, if more cities are sealed, if there is any real safe zone, or what comes next, but they made it out. They survived. It's not a happy ending in the traditional sense. The world's clearly in crisis, but there is something kind of hopeful in the fact that they're still moving forward, still choosing to live, and still together. They faced the worst of it and didn't break. The movie Brick ends on that classic sci-fi note. Humanity's biggest threat isn't always some outside force. It's the tech we blindly trust and the systems we don't question until it's too late. And if you're ever wondering whether to install smart home defense tech, maybe don't.